Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. So today the topic is, what are you teaching your children or your grandchildren about money? We have to be thinking about this because these are going to be the next generation of workers, and if they are following in the footsteps of not being taught how to handle money, how to appropriately save money, how to spend money, how to give money, we're going to be in trouble. The thing about education is you want to teach your children all the things that you were not taught. And I have to say that is one legacy that I would love to leave a child, or even a nephew, a niece, somebody. I don't have any children, but I have a couple nephews, and I try to talk to them about finances as much as I can. I know they're not my children, so it's kind of like you're preaching to the choir sometimes because they really just don't understand, and they're young, and if I had been taught more about money, I wouldn't be in the predicaments that I have found myself in. And we came from a very poor family, so we didn't have a lot of money. We went to church. We gave at church. We didn't really have savings accounts individually growing up. I remember having one, but I don't remember how or when it actually dissolved. So there's many aspects of money that you can teach your children, or even your grandchildren, if they do things in your company when they're with you. Teach them work etiquette for sure. And if they're earning money, you need to teach them how to save a percentage of that, suspend a percentage of that, and give a percentage of that. So maybe not so giving part as of right now, but as they get older, when you are blessed, you always want to share your blessings with others. So I can tell you from from growing up in our family. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold, so when I breathe in deep, it kind of bothers a little bit. Growing up, I can tell you that my parents, they didn't talk about money. They didn't fight about money. We didn't really have a lot of money. I know my dad worked while him and my mom were married, and then when the divorce came about, my mom had to get a job. There really wasn't any child support when we were, this is early 80s, guys, so the child support thing wasn't a huge thing then. It just started. My dad paid like $40 a week, maybe $20. We had to go we were in high school. We had to go to my dad's house and get the money. Yeah, so it wasn't like they go to the courthouse, they pay, but they do now. So crazy. Anyway, so that was, we did earn money. We detasseled corn in the summertime. We babysat. So we had some side hustles growing up. We did chores at my uncle's. We hay baled. We did all kinds of stuff to earn money, and we actually helped an older gentleman that lived in our neighborhood we planted his garden for maybe $1. It wasn't like this huge side hustle growing up, but those are some kind of work ethics that you want to teach your children and grandchildren for sure. How to earn money, whether it be yard work, working on a farm, working around the house. Now, honestly, I don't believe in getting an allowance. I really don't, because children need to learn that where you live, when you live with your parents, it's a privilege to live with your parents. All you need is food, shelter, and clothing. You know, everything else is above and beyond that. You know, that privilege of living in your parents' house comes with great responsibility, like taking out the trash, doing dishes, you know, helping cleaning. Those are, you shouldn't get paid for that. And, you know, I'm a little old school. You need to teach children to the basics. You don't get paid to, you know, pick up your toys. That's your responsibility already. I mean, is this making sense, guys? We need to get back to basics and really teach hardcore lessons about money, how to earn money, how to earn real money, you know, mowing lawns, you know, having a paper route. Those are, you know, money earning jobs. This is my opinion. You know, I'm kind of old school, so when you take out the trash, you shouldn't get paid for it. That's your responsibility living with your parents. You don't just get to live there for free, and you don't get every, you know, PlayStation game that you want either. You have to earn those things, and we need to teach the basics of earning real money, not taking out the trash. I mean, I'm kind of stuck on this whole allowance thing. I mean, we never got an allowance. You did certain jobs around the house, and that was your privilege to live in my parents' house. Now, call me old school, but it taught us great responsibility, and you didn't get paid for those jobs because you lived there. So that was your payment, was to have food, clothing, and shelter. You know, so let's get back to earning real money and teaching real basics about money. And I think that is something that really isn't taught anymore. And I'm telling you guys, you got to teach your grandchildren, your children, how to save money, how to invest money. That is the only way that they'll get out of where they're at. I mean, if you live in a poverty-stricken home already, and they are earning money, but they're spending every single penny that they're earning, you need to stop, sit them down, and really have an adult conversation about money, as you know, adult as it can get, about how to save 10% of their earnings and spend a certain percentage, and, you know, save, earn, spend, and give, you know. So yeah, it is a very touchy subject, because a lot of people have different views on money. Should your children get an allowance? Should your grandchildren get an allowance? Should they be participating in household chores and be given money to do those? I mean, it's up for interpretation, and everybody has their own views, but we do need to teach the next generation how to save money. Social Security is not going to be there forever, and they need to have Roths, 401ks, some type of an investment. Even if you open a high interest savings account for your child and put 10% of whatever they earn in it, the compounding, it could be astronomical. They could have all kinds of money. It's just doing it and sticking to it, really. That's the hardest part. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. What are you teaching the next generation, your grandchildren, your children's children, about money? And think about it. We'll talk to you on the next one.